This is bad. They're establishing the cone. That's all. How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii channel. Channel. What happened? How come I didn't go? Alright, check, audio. How's it? Hang loose. How's it, everyone? Aloha. It's Thursday, August 13th. And, oh my gosh, let's just get this icon on. Okay. Oh, What is your name? What is your name? I don't know. Is this going? Okay. Whew. And what happened to the wind? Yes, the fake wind. Come on. Oh no, come on. Yeah, aloha. It's Thursday. Thursday. Wow. It's a little vlog, a little news that's going on. The birdies. Oh man. Oh gosh, the birdies are back. Last night before going to sleep, I'm trying to get like 8 hours.
What's your name?
Before going to sleep, there was a lot of them. I didn't know if they were right next door or right up. They're kind of gathering. I woke up. I thought, oh, don't do a video. Take a break once in a while. I'm like, I got to get out there and swing that lightsaber, pull a Luke on him, use the Force, and so I'm well, geez, there they are. They're moving. I think they go and then they come back and they look for places, and if a place is kind of relatively safe, they nestle in and they go caw, and then like others come in, and if they establish nests, oh, it's over with, because then Lala Birdlooza, and so that, gosh, I'm just shocked that they left and then they came back like in force. Now, other news, vlog. There's a big storm. Okay, I was watching the weather. It was out of El Nino, very hot, so El Nino's spitting out storms, potential, and then they come across the northern Pacific at an angle, more or less, and whether they organize or don't and turn into a spinning cyclonic, that spinning thing now, or don't, makes all the difference. And if it gathers heat from the heat energy, because it's global warming and climate change, and I'm not a denier. This is like, things are hot and there's wildfires because of its overheating, and places are dry and drought and this and that and and the storms are stronger because they absorb that heat. Winds are stronger. So anyways, this is coming up. I'm looking at the thing going, nah, it's disorganized. I'm listening to the weather guy, ever since the movie Twister. I keep a sharp eye. Does it have the hook? And it didn't look like it's going to be anything. I even tell my friend in Ukraine, Hey, Michael, stay safe. Stay safe
wow.
from the bombs in Ukraine.
So these are
Oh, he's having a adventure over there.
per kilogram,
and
$2 per
I don't think it was going to happen this storm.
2.2
He says
pounds.
there's a hurricane heading your way. I'm like, nah, it's going to be just a lot of rain. I kind of still think that. And then other people are saying, oh, there's 100-mile-an-hour wind at Toastmasters. And I'm like, oh man, there's going to be 100-mile-an-hour winds. Like, nah. I'm watching the news again, and they're expecting stuff in the 70-mile-an-hour range coming up. So there could be wind, and they'll be from the south.
Goodbye.
And a lot of rain. So it could be something, or maybe they're just being alarmist about it to sell the news. I don't know. So there's that little on the edge thing. And my speech on higher power in Toastmasters yesterday, I don't know if that went well. It went long. Someone said it was cool, and I'm uncomfortable with that. It's odd. And then there's stuff. Gosh, I got so much. The medical profession people have teamed up, with HMSA, the insurance, and they call me up because now I'm a senior. Oh, you had a hospital thing. How's it coming back? Where's the transition team? And how you doing? Did you get everything? You ask any questions? And so they're calling me at random. I go to the store to pick up like bread and lettuce, or like a quick stop for like that kind of thing. And they're taking phone calls, and I'm like, oh, I gotta pick up this medication, and I had an online appointment with the infectious disease doctor. He's like, I'll give you some antibiotics you can have on the shelf just in case. So I don't have to go right to the ER when the temperature starts to rise. That's so they're trying to find a kinder, softer way to deal with this, and maybe so it doesn't happen so often. So I'm all kinds of this medical stuff and all that. Now the regular news. There's like so much going on. Here we go. Iran war is basically still on, in the sense that Iran is calling the shots and is firing on the Strait of Hormuz oil tankers if they pass. So it's closed, according to Iran. Practically it is. It's in practical effect, it's closed because they'll fire on it. Trump administration says it's open. And since they lost their press secretary, I can't believe it. So crazy. What's her name? Karoline Leavitt. Karoline Leavitt, the blonde lady. She's like, like the Vanna White kind of. Hi. But then she's this vicious little freaking monster press secretary. She's answering questions like, what kind of reporter are you? Are you from one of them news, fake news? And she's so vehemently protective of Trump. In anything, she's like a spin doctor with fangs and stuff. And they're like, holy crap. But she's left because she got preggy. She's got a new kid. And she's like, I'm leaving. I'm like, yeah, I think you good riddance. But now that they have that gap when she leaves, first it's paternal, maternal leave, she's leaving, then J.D. Vance is filling in, Secretary of State Rubio's filling in, and they're trying to answer press questions. So they're losing out by losing the vicious, protector of whatever Trump does is right, and you're all fake news. They're losing because now J.D. Vance has to try to fill that shoes, and he's just like, the Gulf War is, the Strait of Hormuz is open. Yes. And they're running out of missiles, and that's all wrong. So the popularity's down. The approval rating, I should say, his polls are down. And the midterm elections are fierce coming down the pike. The primaries have already gone through. Progressive Democrats were gaining power, and then the moderate Democrats, conservative Democrats, are gaining. So they're trying to see that they figure is if the progressive Democrat wins in the primary, the Republicans are going, good, because our guy will win over that progressive communist. They call him jihadist because communists got old and it started to look like McCarthy from Nixon days. Everyone's a communist. Don't do, sir, communist, like witch hunt. This is literally the U.S. version of the witch hunt. For real, that's what it was when everyone's a communist. Now that kind of wore off, so now everyone's a jihadist. They're jihadists. That's what they are. So they're just throwing out names that are attempts to scare and shock people into. This is what's happening. And then Trump let loose from his lips the possibility of declaring martial law. So he'll have more presidential powers if he does so, because on the election. So it's like, yeah, we could do martial law, and then what? You gotta have everyone come in like ICE agents and National Guard, and they'll take the election booths and count them themselves. A lot of crazy going on, and they just want to win the midterm. And if are they gonna do something like that? Is that extreme? Well, heck, Mitch McConnell's still gone. No word. He's probably like worst case scenario. But the thing is, he can't do his job. If he's in there, the drool coming down, going, I'm okay. He can't give a video call to say he's recuperating. We don't even know if he's alive. But they have proxies voting for him for Trump's stuff, like Save America Act to cut out voters, to suppress voting. So they don't want people voting for Trump, against Trump. Coffin. Exactly. We don't know if he's in the coffin. If they're willing to kind of go and do stuff like that, or Lindsey Graham just dies, and then they say, well, we had a last-minute discussion before he died. I just talked to him before he croaked, and he said he's for Save America Act. If they're doing all that kind of stuff, then, there are no scruples whatsoever with what they're going to do. So, all that, and there's earthquakes, another earthquake in South America, Colombia, there's Venezuela, now Colombia. There's the total eclipse of the sun going across Europe. Are these, is this the end times? I don't know. But the total eclipse of the sun would have been cool if you caught it, going from Iceland over. And then, after the eclipse at night, if you were available to look at the night sky, you could have seen the Perseid meteor shower. So it would have been like a lot of shooting stars kind of thing, because the night would have been primed to look for shooting stars. There's all kinds of stuff. And I pray my friend is safe and sound and having a productive day in Kiev. He sent a couple clips and he's looking crazy in Kiev. He's like, oh, hey, look, it's like everyone walking around. It's like, but then every once in a while, a couple of times a week, there's missile bombs going on. Anyways, let's look to see what's in Hawaii news. Okay, come on. Don't make long. Hawaii news. Okay, the Dark Beauty. The more rare total solar eclipse casts Spain into darkness all across Western Europe, and on other stuff. And then they got the other news. Entertainer falsely accused of selling meth. There's a powerful storm headed this way. It could be powerful. So everyone's being because the last one, Kona Low, did a lot of rain, and that flooding was kind of disastrous in a lot of places. So heavy rain, high winds, dangerous surf, starting Friday. And there's no such thing as peace talks in Iran. Okay. What's in the... franchises. Talking about the changing of the scenery, changing the schedule. They're just prepping for the seasons coming up, and nothing's really happening except football boot camp kind of thing. Kalani, oh look, there's the goalpost. That's where you put the ball over, kick him in. And so maybe back in the day, just relax. Remember 1992 when you would relax? Just weave yourself a hut. Thanks to the recent Waikiki building memorandum, tight financing and the landmark Tahitian Library remain open indefinitely. It's an open air bar. Say we're gonna have the open air bar. Where is this? It's over the Woodward is overseen the Tahitian garden roofs. Stone. I guess somewhere. Is this anywhere? It's Tahitian bar. Get yourself a Mai Tai, huh? Oh gosh. Anything close to?
She told me.
She told you? And great earthquake emergency fund. And I totally forgot. They're looking at the switcheroo, the shell game with Trump had his Qatar airplane, $400 million. And then he's like, well, we're going to let the troops look at it because we're kind of wondering if it's protected. And then when he's flying out of Turkey after trying to, do stuff, he's flying out of Turkey, he got shuffled secretly into another airplane last minute in like a lunch truck. So all the press got on board this plane and they said in the air call, that's AirForce One, the president's on that plane, all the press get on it close the window shades. And then Trump goes out the back into another secret plane, goes flying out of Turkey. And so, because they were worried about a surface-to-air missile, I mean, they're probably always worried about that kind of thing, but they probably heard of it, and then they're like, it could happen, and they got cold feet, and they did this massive shuffle. But then the thing is, that plane goes up as AirForce One, like president on board, but it has the press only, so it's the target, like a dummy decoy duck, and the president's in a secret plane going off. Like if it'll bomb the fake news. Oh gosh. Anyways, there's like all kind of thing, and there's nothing really happening here. So, what do we got? Political cartoon. Oh yeah, and they signed an order outlawing vaccines again. Yeah, vaccines are bad because we want polio and measles to go all over and kill kids, and everyone's afraid to get vaccine. So they're redoing the fake COVID conspiracy stuff and outlawing vaccines. Why? I don't know. They're idiots. Vaccines good. They're safe. They've been tried for like decades. Okay, what do we have?
Politicians advise rethink agriculture evidence on tax for generation. Outrageous
Oh, we have to do that. Yeah.
But not worthy of kupuna status.
Kupuna is a Hawaiian word that translates to grandparent, ancestor, or elder, and holds deep cultural significance, embodying not just advanced age, but also wisdom and leadership. Donald Trump, on the other hand, embodies the mind and wisdom of a child enfeebled the body of a deeply confused 80-year-old. Those who work closely with Trump have characterized him as both ignorant and volatile. More than 230 mental health professionals signed an open letter indicating that Trump exhibits symptoms of severe, untreatable personality disorders. They concluded that Trump is a malignant narcissist who suffers from antisocial personality disorder. They point to Trump's lifelong pattern of flouting social norms and laws, repeating lies, reckless disregard for the safety of others, irritability, impulsivity, irresponsibility, and lack of remorse. The letter concludes that Trump is deluded, deceitful, dangerous, and this makes him grossly unfit for leadership. Trump is no kupuna. Trevor Taylor Halava. Well, gee, thank you, Trevor, for sending in your news there, letter, and having your public name talking to you voicing. Yeah. No, I agree with you totally. The physician sent up this letter. The guy he's losing it. He has all these things. He's like slurring and yeah, he's got this personality narcissism. That's terrible. As a world leader, it's terrible as a person. I've encountered that, but as a world leader, and also what they had indicated somebody else was that it's degenerative. So as he gets older, those things, the degenerative and the frontal lobe, those things are more and more prominent. So it's not like it gets better with age; it goes worse. And I think he's powered. I mean, not only has he got the swollen ankles and the blackened, black spot. He's making these choices that are really falling apart, and he's empowered with this agenda from the Project 2025. So all these oligarchs that are in power, that want to get in power, stay in power. Elon Musk is one of them, and all these, and who pays for the ballroom? This is like you pay to play. All these things are going in and promoting him to just whack out with that. And there is in the U.S. Constitution grossly unfit for leadership. It's called Article 25. So he's not fit to be president, and they've known that for the longest time, but they can't. It's like they can't do anything about that kind of thing unless they got support from Congress, and that goes back to the midterm elections.
They are here.
So once the midterm elections, if that goes like blue wave, all kinds of stuff. So they don't want it to go blue wave, so it's going to get even weirder before that. Disturbingly so. Anyways, aloha. Have a good day. It's Thursday. Oh boy. Yay.
Let's try this. Oh gosh. Here comes a big fuck of rain and wind and aloha.